This is your Fogo chain news. Starting off with, we did a SWOT review. We went through the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Watch this because this shows you how Fogo chain will in fact make it. Next thing, we've already commented on this, but Infinex will be launching natively on day one using Infinex Connect on Fogo chain. This I'm super bullish for. I won't lie to you. Infinex makes things so seamless. So this is a major plus point. Also, Solscan, which is my actual favorite Solana Explorer, it just has the cleanest user interface. This is also live on Fogo private testnet, so very bullish on this. Now, remember, follow Joey and make sure you're doing whatever you can in order to get yourself into Chamber 4. And stay tuned for Ember Dispatch number 5. So all these people here, they are now getting amongst it. We haven't made it on this occasion, but we're going to keep on pushing and pushing. These are some of our entries. They're more kind of memes and artwork and this. And I encourage you to do something similar, something that you want to do, something creative, something that's engaging. Fogo Flames update. There are now officially 2 weeks or slightly less than 2 weeks left in Flames Season 1. And not everyone is going to make it. So when you make the cut, make sure you're not botting this or doing anything silly. Just be you, one account, add value, make this thing grow. Now, right now the Solana Accelerate, which doesn't necessarily purely relate to Fogo, but Fogo is based on the SVM, Solana Virtual Machine architecture, which means as Solana grows and becomes more and more epic, Fogo will become more and more epic too, which will help it to take on Hyperliquid and hopefully take over Hyperliquid. That is what our goal is, of course. So it's happening in New York City and a little bit of representation right there. Life, liberty, low latency. That's what we need. Low latency. Big news here, public testnet coming soon. I am very keen on this. So we can stress test, we can see how it works. Feedback can be given, and then hopefully pretty damn soon after public testnet goes live, hopefully we've got mainnet kind of beta, early stages. Now, Mark Powell is in charge of all of the marketing man. This, although it's not very specific, it's bullish, right? Overheard in a meeting today with a group of savvy builders, we analyzed every existing and upcoming chain, then all independently came to the conclusion that we need to launch on Fogo chain. I was speaking to someone today at Solana Accelerate, and I said the same thing. Look, a very big-brained individual in the space, and I said, hey, keep an eye on Fogo chain. I think you're wanting to deploy on this, and I know you typically take a little bit of time to make sure something is a success, but put it on your radar now. Just planting that seed early, and that's what I think is going to happen. Now, when it comes to Fogo, it's all about finality, getting the transaction through. More on it is here. So what we're basically after is imagining a world, we can read this here, with instant settlement for all assets. Finality achieved in a fraction of a second. This could slash leverage and risk by half while dismantling the costly web of intermediaries. So what you're wanting to see is, can a transaction go through? Can it be a profitable trade? Can it be a trade? And then redeploy that capital elsewhere, and then redeploy that capital elsewhere. If you can do that all the time under a second, then the money can be turned over. The trading firm can redeploy. This is extraordinarily important. Waiting 12 minutes or 12 seconds, it's not acceptable. If you can keep on reusing the capital from a high frequency trading bot or group of bots or company, or even if an individual retail person has their finger on the pulse, this is really what you want. Now, the next thing to keep in mind is there's a huge amount of hype covering Hyperliquid. And Flood, thinking USD, says we'll bet any amount of money Hyperliquid flips Solana price by end of 2026. My God. I'm assuming here it's maybe market cap, but right now Solana is like $180 and Hype is like $33, and it's doing well. It's doing very well. There's a whole lot of attention here. But our competition is Hyperliquid. and the competition is initially, because it just is more trading volume. Once everything launches and things improve, more trading volume. Fortune favors bold. This is a very, very bold take, but it's not apples to apples. Solana is a general purpose blockchain. You can do many different things on it. Fogo's very, very focused, and Hyperliquid is very, very focused on trading. Although they have the EVM layer, it's not built out yet. It really is not built out yet. So I'm not seeing this as a likely thing, but what I am seeing is that we're learning a whole lot of lessons. Fogo Chain is learning a whole lot of lessons, which will allow us to overtake Hyperliquid. This is my goal. Now, Mike Novogratz, who is founder of Galaxy Digital, was on CNBC talking about Hyperliquid today. So this is no longer just, the unicorn success in crypto. This is becoming quite mainstream, which is fantastic because it means this guy's a giga brain, a big smart dude, and for it to go mainstream like this, it's showing that it's definitely the right product market fit, which we've already known has a huge amount of value, and Fogo Chain will come and be this darling that will be really competitive, trying to take as much market share as fast as possible away from Hyperliquid and the other dexes around perp dexes as well. So this is exciting stuff. And that's all for today and for this weekly news. Until next time, be Fogo fast. Catch you in the next video.